Hey everybody, this is Sully. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining in. I put out a PSA on my last review, and I love doing reviews, by the way, so I'm trying to do more of those. But I put out a PSA, and it was essentially look at the date of the review before you buy a quad. And I wanted to point out something very quickly here. So this PSA, just me talking to you, normal, happy, everyday life. But I wanted to take it out. See it. UAV Futures is the person who got me into quads, and he started in 2015. He recommended the Ishin Wizard X220, and it's a great quad. In 2016, it was a great quad. Now it is not even close. Like, I was surprised that they're still selling them. What brought this up was that I'm in a lot of forums, a lot of Facebook groups, a lot of quadcopter groups, and just general chat with people. And I saw a bunch of new people coming in going, I just bought the X220. And my first thought was, holy cow, are they still selling that? Because it's so old. And the technology is so old that even Betaflight 4 barely runs on it. You get like a halfway version of it, and it's hard to flash even because you have to have jumper pins. And I can prove that because I got the flight controller sitting around here somewhere. So I still have mine actually, and the only original parts on it are the frame, and I'm one of the few people who didn't break the VTX. And that's one of the first things most people replace. But the rest of it has been replaced because it's 2016 and now I'm in 2019. So I just wanted to point out, if you're getting into this hobby, this is definitely something where you have to look at the date of the review. And if you go searching for quads, you will come across invariably some older reviews. And I wanted to point out, I love these channels. These are channels I use all the time whenever I'm looking and researching quads. But like UAV Futures started in 2015. He has 650 videos out. So some of them are going to pop up in searches, and they're going to be older tech. Rotor Riot, 2015. They don't do as many reviews, but every now and then, once again, pops up. 2006 for Bardwell. 2006, guy's got tons and tons of uploads. He's got not as many reviews, thankfully, but when you're looking for stuff, you might pop up and he's talking about clean flight. And half of the people on this channel have no idea what clean flight is. He'll go back to when you were soldering and doing the really weird ESCs. I don't even want to talk about that. Albert Kim, once again, 2013. The guy's got a wealth of knowledge, 1,900 uploads. He's going to show up. NDRC, 2013, 900 uploads. Ledrib, 2014, 400 uploads. He doesn't do as many reviews, but they're going to show up because these people rank. They're very highly respected in the community. They pop up. Nick Burns, one of my favorites for micros. He actually reviewed the one I just reviewed, and it's a great review. I loved his review, actually. It was really good. 2015. He ranks in searches. So if you're new to this hobby, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Don't go based off of what you find on YouTube a lot. Because heck, even if you go to, let's say, Banggood and use one of my affiliate links down below where I get a little bit of a profit, a little bit of money so I can review more, and at no cost to you, if you go to Banggood down below and you do a search for, you go into FPV racing drone, and let's say you do most reviews because you think, ooh, this is sweet. And you come up, I'm just going to run through here with what I know off the top of my head, completely unscripted. But you pop up, you have the UK65. Tons of reviews because it was $69. This is not a bad quad, but it's not one I would buy right now. Not whenever you can get a trash can for a little bit more. It's a better quad. X220 shows up as the second, and the kit shows up as the third. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It's most reviews, second, third. Tiro 99, that might not be a quad you get as a beginner. The X220S, I haven't heard that much good stuff about it, even though on specs it looks pretty good, except it's got a crappy camera and crappy props and a heavy, yeah, it's just not worth it. Mobula 7, worth it. The Lizard 95, people had tons of problems with this due to the 5-blade props and weird stuff. Oh, this is the basic. So yeah, X220S, not that good. Tiro 79, it's 79 bucks. You can't go wrong. So that one's good. Tiny Hawk Indoor, it's pretty good. It's actually a good kit. I like that one. Aurora 90, old. Seriously old. F3 OSD with a 10 amp. Come on. Snapper 7. I wouldn't recommend it anymore. Crazy BF3. Oh, really? Aurora 100. XJB 145. A year ago, top-notch quality. Actually, that was one I selected. Let's jump over to it. Would I buy it now for $149 compared with the Ishin Diatone that's on sale for $149? You ask me which one of these I would buy, it's an easy choice. It's not even close, and the reason being TBS Unify Runcam Micro Swift. This one has a Swift clone-ish and no Unify. It's got only up to 350 VTX Aurora HD camera, which it's not really HD, so let's be honest. But this was a great quad a year ago. Right now, it's a middling quad. I wouldn't feel bad if someone bought it, but compared with a 149, even the regular Diatones using the Runcam TX200, Diatones are better than HGLRC. They are. Like, after seeing them and feeling them and flying them, Diatone's better. So going back to here, if you're just sorting through and you're looking for a quad to buy, there's not too much of a rhyme or reason. Like, why is the 90 GT in here? That one should not be in here. This one, $140. This one, I would say, yes, it's great. $125, it's great if you like that. If you like the rings and the prop guards. Flyegg 100, Baby Hawk Racer R. You would have no clue that this is a great quad. Especially when compared to, like, it's right beside this. Same price. You can't tell which is newer. My long and short of this for PSA, very simply put, save your money. Make sure you're looking at the newest reviews. So when you're searching and you're looking through, you go by popular and you're going to come up and bam, there's that X220 again. And there's the T-Rogue. Most of these are price-based. But right there, X220, it's the it's the sixth most popular. That makes me sad. If someone came up to me in 2019 and said, I just bought an X220 Wizard, I would say, wow, that's really good. I started on that. Very good. It's a good quad, but it's total crap for what you're getting right now. $130, you can buy tons of better quads. And that only gets you a 3S battery, by the way. So, I mean, you're spending another like $20 in batteries anyway. So, long story short, make sure you're looking at reviews that are current, and that way you won't waste your money on something that is older and will not do as well. I keep seeing bad quads get bought, and people ask questions about them, and I keep seeing that, and it makes me very sad. One of my joys in life is looking for value and looking for things that are worth buying. I am a cheapskate, but I will spend money where it's worth it. I will say, if you save money on these, not buying crap quads, you can buy some nicer head pieces. I bought a cheap headset. I still like it because it works, but I probably spent way more trying to fix my X220 that I could have bought some nice fat sharks. So I'm trying as a PSA to save you money there. And that's pretty much it. That is my PSA. Thank you so much again for supporting the channel. I'm trying to get more stuff to review. And here's a flight video of... Actually, you know what? I might... Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to put together a flight of an X220 versus the 349. Why not? This is a last second edition, and I'm not really going to show very much, but it's just the difference between just in camera quality and quad quality on what the 2016 versus 2019 gets you. And at the time, whenever I was flying the X220 with that little blown out, by the way, these are the same DVR, so there's no editing on colors or anything like that. This is straight out of the camera. So on the X220, you'll see blown out picture, lines everywhere, blah, blah, blah. For $20 more in 2019, I'm getting colorful, bright, shiny, happy, everything. Everything's great. Like, I loved it. And I did not know in 2016 that my camera was that horrible. I thought this was decent. And sadly, that's what kept me back for so long, was just how bad cameras were. And tuning the quad was a lot harder, and trying to keep things from bouncing around was a lot harder. But what really was holding me back was just camera quality, VTX quality, and in general, just the flight characteristics of the quads. And that's personally for me. I learned on basic crap, and I did not realize it was that horrible until I got better stuff. So whenever someone comes to me in 2019 and they say, "Oh, I bought the X220," and all I'm thinking is, yeah, you just got robbed. Like, I'm ultimately surprised that they're still being sold, and I'm kind of sad that they are. I do like Banggood. I like everyone there treats me very well. I like them. I'm just surprised that the X220 is still sold, because it was an okay quad for 2016. And that's going to do it. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but literally anytime I see someone waste money, I feel legitimately sad. So thank you for hanging in there if you hung in there all the way. And if you didn't, you probably never heard this. So woohoo! That's okay too. But thanks so much. Like I say, affiliate links are below. They do help me so I can review new things, so I can look for value items. And, that way you don't waste your money on crap. Because that's what we're all trying to do, is get the best bang for the buck and have fun with this hobby. So y'all take care, have a good one, and we will catch you later.